to someone with a story worthy of Job himself. As the Rolling Stones say, you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometime, you may just get what you need. Life does not go according to plan sometimes. And here to tell how he became a seasoned runner, jumping the hurdles of life. Please welcome to the podium, Will Hamman with his icebreaker, 21 years of hurdles.
All right, Will. John.
Who here has ever faced a seemingly insurmountable hurdle in their life? Quite a few of you, I see. For the last 21 years, I've been jumping the hurdles of life. Whenever I leap over one hurdle, I quickly find another, in view in the distance, coming at me like a runaway truck. I'm here to begin telling you about some of these hurdles and how I learned to jump them. I was born on tax day in 2002 in downtown Orlando to two wonderful parents, Al and Ava Hamman. My dad has always played a big role in my life, but one of the first hurdles I had to overcome was his battle with his medical condition, mitochondrial encephalomyopathy. At any moment, my dad could go from coaching the football team or bringing apples to all my classmates to fighting for his life. This forced me to grow up faster than my peers because death lurked around every corner. From a young age, my parents instilled a passion for knowledge in me. This led to a true love of education and school. Encouraged by my grandma paying me $20 for every A, I was a star student. Slowly, as I went through the years and my academic challenge diminished, I became bored. A's became A's and B's, then B's and C's, then C's, until I was in the danger of failing the 7th grade. My parents, frustrated with the school system and my lack of effort, pulled me out and began homeschooling me. Now, I know there are some pretty bad stereotypes about home-educated students. I promise you all, I'm weird, but I'm not that weird. My dad asked me what I had been studying in school, and he took my response of biology as a challenge. He assigned me molecular biology, and not just any molecular biology, but a study program he put together using graduate-level course syllabuses from Harvard, MIT, and other top-notch schools. Some might say that's too much for a 13-year-old to handle, but my dad knew it was exactly the challenge I needed, and I would rise to the occasion. And rise I did. Like someone flicking on a switch, my academic purpose was back. Through my studies, I even came up with a theory that I thought could help cure my dad's disease. No 13-year-old enjoys writing essays, and I was no different. When it came time to prove what I had learned, I decided to create a series of videos explaining complex molecular subjects in bite-sized pieces. My math tutor, Rebecca Jermansky, a teacher at Winter Park High School, saw these productions. Due to the quality of work for my age, and coupled with my dad's frantic nature of running out of material to teach me, Ms. Jermansky encouraged me to look into the dual enrollment program. January 9th, 2017, at 14, I started college. I still remember the feeling of walking into that first class at Valencia like it was yesterday. College became my new set of hurdles, but a set I was eager to run and dominate in. I began to flourish under the weight of a new challenge. My first semester, I got 2 A's and 2 B's, missing a 4.0 semester by a combined 3 percentage points. I became like a machine, cranking out A after A, consistently at the top of my classes. My next 3 semesters at Valencia would be 4.0 semesters, earning me President's List honors. All my success would come to a screeching halt when at 16, mitochondrial encephalomyopathy would rear its ugly head and wreck my life just like it had wrecked my dad's all those years before. Suddenly, classrooms became hospital rooms. Professors were swapped for doctors. 4 months after my last college final, doctors would tell my horrified grandparents to prepare for the worst, that I may not make it to Christmas. It was early August. Mitochondrial encephalomyopathy is a fatal condition which affects the brain and muscles. It's triggered by environmental factors such as perfume, pesticides, petroleum, and volatile organic chemicals. The list goes on. When triggered, it begins to strip away your brain function and eat your muscle mass from within. I went from 178 pounds to just 108 at my lowest. This all occurred almost within a year. I was simply wasting away. At 16, I found the ultimate hurdle before me, a fight for my life. I wouldn't be standing here today unless I had drowned out all the noise, listened to my dad, and let him coach me in attacking these next hurdles. Eventually, after a few years of being a shut-in, my body began to expel all the chemicals which had built up, and I slowly became healthier. Determined to get my life on track, at 20, I began slowly but surely building it all again. I began to venture outside my bubble. I wanted to continue my education. It was the one thing I wanted. My grandma desperately, before she died, she kept telling me, Will, you have to continue your education. Please just get your diploma. It was the one thing I wanted. So at 20, I returned to my schooling. 20, I returned to schooling. And I quickly returned to my previous standard, getting 4.0s in my last 2 semesters. Recently, I've become the president of Seminole State Toastmasters Club and the vice president of Law Club. I'm taking 5 classes this semester, the most I've ever taken, and I'm close to graduation. I've started a band with one of the best drummers in the world, and I've started hang glider pilot training, which has been a dream of mine since I first got sick. Hurdles don't scare me. They never have. I've always done my best when the stakes are high. If without coachability or a willingness to adapt, I wouldn't be here. Any of the hurdles I mentioned could have stymied me, or the countless others that I didn't. I'm proud to say that I'm Winter Park Toastmaster, and I'm eager to run the hurdles before me, knowing I have all of you to help coach me through. Thank you.